Nothing to do with learning. Graduated high school, I wrapped around my hood. Yeah, thank you, I'm superior. You got what I'm causing. Let's turn around and run. Burning, school had nothing to do with learning.
Hey, this is Phil from Motion Sickness Zine. I want to give you a brief history of how I got into underground zines. Back in 85, when I was 19, I started hanging around a guy named Jim, and he had just done the first issue of a zine, and he needed someone to draw the cover, and I did, and I made him a logo. And the reason he started it was because another guy in the punk scene had started this scene, Jim Agnew. And this showed me that there were no rules. This is handwritten, hand-drawn. It's about 2-3 pages, both sides Xerox, and it opened the door. And then me and Jim started hanging out more, put out another issue, and another issue, and another issue. And meanwhile, Agnew was putting out more and more, and I don't know, it kind of stuck. And then we stopped because everybody gets sick of zines. And then fast forward to 1996, and I hadn't been to any underground shows in a couple of years. I didn't know anything was going on because Bernard Pub was the last place doing punk shows, and they had closed. And then I heard about a show at a warehouse, and I went, and it was Propagandhi and Los Crudos from Chicago. And I was like, wow, this is great, because it was just, them set up on a loading dock. And then there was another show a week later, and it was 88 Fingers Louie and the Boll Weevils from Chicago. And I was like, shit, there's a scene happening again. And I started going to shows, and I really can't remember 96 too well. But at some point, I decided to do a zine. And I put together, I think it had a lot to do with I'm hyperactive, I don't smoke weed, and I didn't smoke weed then, and I didn't have a girlfriend. So what are you going to do? Fuck it, do a zine. So anyway, I was excited, I had the enthusiasm, and I put together the first issue of Motion Sickness from about June 96. Yeah, to fall 96. Bunch of bands came through that were cool. Hagfish, Propaganda, Agent Orange. Saw this band Astroland in a basement. It was awesome seeing shows just put on by the kids. And I put out one issue, and then I interviewed the Loudmouths, so I had to put out a second issue because I love the Loudmouths. And they got a raw deal when they came here. And that led to getting tons of CDs for free, which kind of led to a third zine. And by then I had decided to go to college for graphic design, because I was kind of got that art thing in me, I guess. Kind of sucky art, but it's in me. And that turned into 4 issues, and then it just snowballed into, I think, 11 issues total. And that's your brief history lesson.
Don't give it back, leave the fucking world. Where you find, get my record.